My dear students and my dear friends, today I am going to tell you about a very important and basic concept about economics, its definition. The definition of economics are given by many economists. Before this, we want to talk about how the economics becomes a separate or individual subjects and how the economics become a individual subject. Did economics is not studied over before in earlier days, before 15 to 18 centuries? Yes, of course, the people and the philosopher and the different person studied economics, but in philosophy or as a political administrator in a form of public administrator. The economics becomes an economic subject separately or individually and it comes out from philosophy subject when in 1776 the Scottish philosopher Adam Smith published its book An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nation, and the economics started from 1776 and the Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. Why? The question arises why he is called as the father of economics and economics started from 1776 because Adam Smith firstly gives is give the economic different subject matter in a very systematic manner, in a very scientific manner, in a sequence and different concept of economics in a systematic manner, and he has given the definition of economics in a very systematic and scientifically manner. That's why the definition of economics and the economics has started and he is called the father of economics. There are different approaches of definition of economics. The first definition is wealth definition. The second definition is welfare definition. The third definition is scarcity definition. The fourth definition is development definition. The fifth definition is wantlessness definition. There are different approaches concerning the definition of an economics. Why it so happened? Why there are so many ideas? The economics has given their definition and changing continuously their definition. In earlier days, when the definition given by Adam Smith, he has given the idea concerning wealth of definition, but he was criticized in those days as his definition is concern only wealth. He is not involving the welfare definition or thought concerning welfare. So after some time, from 1776 to 1830, when the Marshal came and he has given the welfare definition, and he said that economics on one side it studied about wealth, and on other and most important side it studied about welfare of the society. So he has changed few concept in the definition, and the definition now becomes a definition of welfare. And after some time, near about 100 years after that definition, the Robbins, who has given the scientific definition, the definition of scarcity, he says that all the things are very scarce in society, and we have to, and they have alternative uses, we have to use the resources very scarcely. So his its definition is known as scarcity definition of economics. After some time, 1951, the development definition came into existence, the definition given by Professor Samuelson, and he also awarded the Nobel Prize in economics. And he has given few changes in development definition, and after that the definition of Indian philosophy came into existence, wantlessness definition of economics. He is influenced by Mahatma Gandhi that we have to minimize our wants, and this definition of wantlessness were criticized by many economists. And now we can see some important definition in wealth of definition of in time period of wealth of definition of period near about 1776 to 1830. There are many economists who has given the different definition concerning wealth definition concerning wealth. So the first of and most important definition, the definition given by the father of economics, Adam Smith. He says an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nation, and he says economics is a science of wealth. The next definition is from Keynes. He says economics deals with the phenomena of wealth. JBJ also said about economics definition. He says economics is a science which deals of which treats of wealth. The other definition given by F.A. Walker, he says economics is that body of knowledge which relates to wealth. The other definition given by J.S. Mill concerning wealth, economics is a science of wealth related to human. As we have seen, they given their ideas concerning wealth. Now we can see wealth definition of economics and their characteristic of wealth definition of economics. What we find as a characteristic, they have centralized their studies around the wealth, and they given the higher priority to wealth. The other characteristic, wealth is the base of all happiness. They thinks that every happiness comes into existence with the help of wealth. The other characteristic, man is secondary to them in comparison to wealth. Next, man does the economic activity influencing by its selfishness. People always do their activity by its selfishness, and they earn their money as they were selfish. They want to earn much more money in the society. The other characteristic, individual prosperity and development gives way to improvement in national wealth. If one improves themselves and they prosper, they become prosper and developed, it is a way for the improvement of national wealth also. So these are the some characteristic concerning wealth definition of economics. They mostly centralize their study around the wealth. They given its higher priority. They thinks कि if a individual becomes a prosper and developed, they also improve their health also. So there are some characteristic concerning of wealth, and most over they are involving around the wealth. From this definition of wealth of economics came into existence from 1776 to 1830, and there are some criticism for the wealth definition. There are different economists, they criticize the Smith definition. They says their definition is all round about the wealth. They centered their definition concerning wealth, and as a subject it is very narrow and inaccurate. Smith definition force the subjects to ignore all the non-wealth aspect of the human existence, as the criticism, as we have seen here, the they were the Smith definition of wealth were criticized as they wealth centered. They have given the wealth centered definition of economics, and it is very concise. Now we can see the next thoughts which started from 1830, when the Marshall given its definition concerning welfare. He has given the welfare definition of economics, and Alfred Marshall has given says that it is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines that part of individual and social action which is mostly closely connected with the attainment and with the use of material requisite of well-being. So he focus the economics is a study of it. One side it studied about the wealth, and on the other side it studied the most important side about the welfare of society, welfare of mankind or of the society. And he is given the idea of welfare, and he mostly emphasized the welfare of the society with wealth. So wealth definition, after that we have seen the welfare economics, and there are some characteristics of welfare definition of economics. First of all, it is very easy and clear definition. Second characteristic is man becomes mean and wealth is secondary. Third characteristic, economics is a social science. The fourth definition, it studied the ordinary business of life. Fifth, it studied the physical welfare. The next characteristic of welfare definition of economics is an art as well as science. So the Marshall consider economics is a art as well as science. So he has now he has given the idea welfare of a pupil society is most important than wealth. Wealth is also important, but it is secondary. It is also essential, but it is secondary. Human welfare is much emphasized. Now, the some few criticism of welfare definition of economics, the Marshall definition, like the Smithian definition, he is also criticized. Ignored the problem of scarce resources. He ignored the problem of scarce resources, which poses unlimited potential uses. Marshall definition restricted economics as a subject to only analyze the material aspect of human welfare. Non-material aspect of welfare were ignored. Critics of the Marshall definition asserted that it was difficult to separate material and non-material aspect of welfare. The Marshall definition does not provide a clear link between the acquisition of wealth and welfare. Marshall critics claim that it left the subject in a state of perpetual confusion. For instance, there are plenty of activities that might generate wealth, but they cannot reduce human welfare. So there are some criticism we find here. The welfare definition of economics is also criticized by the other economists and the viewers, the philosophers, and there is a chance of to have a new idea concerning economics and change in thoughts. So there are some criticism we find here, and the Marshallian definition of economics is also criticized. Here is it is scarcity definition of economics. English economist Leonard Robbins defined economics as a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have uses. In other words, Robbins said that economics is the science of economizing. It is a first scientific definition, and the economics get the higher weightage in the subjects. And here are the some characteristic of definition of scarcity of economics. It is a real science. Robin says it is a real science. It studies human behavior, relief from intense materialism. He also says this definition shows that increases the area of studies. So, of concerning scarcity definition of economics, it is a real science. He has given the scientific definition. It studies about human behavior, and it relieves from the intense materialism, increase the area of. Now we studied economics is a science which studies human behavior where there is a scarce resources which have alternative uses, and we have to use its scarcity definition of economics. Here it is some criticism of Robbins' definition. Also, Robbins' definition of economics transformed the subject from a normative social science into a positive science. As we know, positive science studied about what and when, why, but normative social science deals with how it should be. What should be happen if something, if there is a economic problem, how it is solved. So he focuses for a positive science, not a normative social science. So there is a criticism by the economics with an undue emphasis on individual choices. His definition prevented the subject from analyzing topics such as social science and social interaction theory, which are important topics within the modern microeconomics theory. The other criticism of Robbins' definition is Robbins' definition prevented it from analyzing macroeconomics concept such as national income and aggregate supply and demand. Instead of economics was merely used to analyze the action of individual using stylized mathematical models. So as we know, these criticisms are negligible as we studies as also the we studied about individual and also for the same thing for the national income concerning we have to a country has use their resources well and how they produce, what to produce, and for whom to produce. They are the question for an economic that are also solved as a individual. So the definition, now the development definition of given by Paul A. Samuelson. Economics is the study of how men and society choose with or without the use of money to employ scarce productive resources which could have alternative uses to produce various commodities over the time and distribute them for the consumption now in the future amongst various people and group of society given by Paul A. Samuelson. The definition given by Samuelson, it is a modification of Robbins' definition. He modified as it distributed the resources for present and future, and he used material without the money or money with or without the money. He has used few words and he modify the definition of Robbins, and this definition is also very scientifically given by Samuelson, Professor Samuelson. And the next definition is wantlessness definition of economics. The Indian economist influenced by Mahatma Gandhi defined economics as a science which studies human behavior as a means to the end of wantlessness. He says if we scarce our wants or decreases of our wants, then or the wantlessness of materialism is a economics. So these definitions have many criticism in modern days. It is criticized by many economists. Now we see generally used definition of economic. If we want to give a definition or in a simple way, economics is a social science concerned with the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. It studies how individuals, business, government and nation make choices about how to allocate resources. Not only individual but also a businessman or the government or a nation have, have their choices and for the resources to how to allocate resources and how they can use their resources for a country. It may be also useful for an individual or a businessman or a government. The things apply for the same for all of them, and they have they have enough choices for concerning this. Now there are different aspect and views economics. There are few different views concerning definition. George Bernard Shaw say economy is the art of making most of life. The other vision, economics, is the oldest in arts group and latest in the science group and queen of all social sciences. The J.M. Keynes says economics has strangled itself into a definition. Barabutan says where the six economists meet, they propound seven opinions. So there is a very funny views. Yes, as we have seen, where the six economists meet, they propounded seven opinions. Kamete, Maurice Dow, and Gunnar Myrdal says there is no need to define economics. Canadian-born economist Jacob Weiner says that economics is what the economists do. Economics is what the economists do. Now, the Ragnar Fish say divided the economics in two parts, micro and macroeconomics. Today, we have seen in 11th and 12th class syllabus, there are books. One is micro and other is macroeconomics. So, Ragnar Fish says that we should not worry about the definition of economics. We simply divide it into micro and macroeconomics. The view concerning individual should be studied in micro, and the view concerning the all the society and the people were studied in macroeconomics. So there are definition of economics. Thanks to all.